Nice to meet you. I have more than 15 years building and scaling products at startups. I started as a marketeer, switched to product-led growth even before they called it product-led growth. And for a couple of last years, I'm doing senior executive positions. I've been to Pontis, acquired by Amdocs, at 8, Jaumo, which is a big dating leader in Europe, Halos X, D2C health tech group based in London. And currently, I'm Chief Growth Officer for Palta, based in London as well. I also advise startups on product and growth, pre-seed, seed, Series A. I'm passionate about solving tough business problems through tech, solving really complex structures. And I will walk you through today my current role and how we build a centralized growth function. So enough about me, let's talk a bit about Palta. Today, consumers view wellness across 6 main dimensions. Better health, which goes beyond medication and supplements, for personal health trackers. Better fitness, which was always a part of health and started to grow steadily even before pandemics. Better nutrition. Currently, consumers try to achieve their health goals by food, and they also want that food to taste good. Better appearance, which is commonly related to beauty products, but not only. The new trend in the industry nowadays is service offerings, such as non-surgical aesthetic procedures. Better sleep, which goes beyond melatonin to sleep-enabled trackers. And of course, better mindfulness, which gained tons of awareness with meditation apps. This is $1.5 trillion market. We make sure we address all of those needs. So we are the major stakeholder in 9 apps. All our apps focus on health and well-being. I think one of the most famous one is Melissa told is Flow. Each one woman out of 5 in US is using Flow. Flow helps for period tracking, trying to conceive, pregnancy. We also have Simple, which are competitors of Noom, for weight loss, Zing, Fitness AI Coach, and many others. So in the last couple of years, we experienced tremendous growth. We are more than 50 million active users. We surpassed 155 in ARR. We have more than 3 million subscribers. We focus mainly on US, though in the last couple of months, we decided to expand to Europe and other areas. I think the power of our group is the synergy that we create and the close cross-collaboration. So for example, by using the tactics of Simple, Flow managed to double their conversions on onboarding. By using some other patterns from Simple, they managed to grow faster with the same ROI in user acquisition. We doubled our employees in 2020 by cross-usage of team competence, advisors, and mentors. Consolidating data and audiences help us to strike amazing deals with ironSource, Meta, TikTok, PayPal that are unavailable for mid-size players. We are 700 employees, even more than that, all around the globe. We have hubs in London, Cyprus, Israel, and some engineering hubs in Warsaw and Vilnius. What does it mean, growth, for us? So I was hired to build and define the growth function. Basically, I own the growth of Palta, meaning I own the growth of 9 apps in the portfolio. We represent a center of excellence and cross-collaboration. When I just joined Palta, I experienced some inefficiencies, burned budgets, lack of expertise across different layers of marketing, such as content, SEO, influences, and of course, inability to attract and retain the right talent, especially for small startups, as who really wants to join startup at pre-product market stage. So Palta's centralized growth function allows for common standards, generates economies of scales, maximizes the best talent, creates repeatable processes, and of course, aligns them with Palta's strategy. It's not about just efficiency, cost, and scale. It's about building the defensibility through synergy and cross-collaboration. So I split my function into three main pillars: acquisition, paid and organic, product-led growth, CRM and engagement. We had extensive discussions: what to centralize, how gonna work. So as for now, we're testing the concept of centralized user acquisition function. I'm gonna deep dive into that in the next slide. And decentralized product and CRM functions. Why? Because they are part of core unique product development in each app. It cannot be really centralized. So as Palta function, we're helping the user acquisition with channel mix, attribution, incrementality, product-led growth. We help with monetization pricing strategies, activation frameworks, and of course, we own the cross-sell and bundling within the companies. This is how we do centralized user acquisition. So with small companies, we work one on many, where we provide user acquisition as a service. We help them with creative production, set the tracking and attribution. And with more mature companies, we provide special expertise they need to reach a new layer of growth, help them with advanced meta modeling, and of course, C and V level mentoring. If we look at growth stages, this is how it's going to look like. So pre-product market fit, you are hands-on. Post-product market fit scaling will help them to hire head of growth. And this becomes much easier, as I already know how the company grows, what are their growth loops, and I know who should I be looking for, what expertise and skills should they have. And at the post-PMF maturity, we'll help with expertise and mentoring and hiring senior management. There is a cliche, always be hiring, but not many of us are really doing that. I'm literally always hiring. I'm hiring across brand, marketing, product-led growth, product in 9 companies. So I'm always on top of trends, skills, competencies, salaries in all our top market, US, Europe. It helps me to reduce the downtime when new roles is opening or someone leaves. I can always feel when we are behind and I need to replace someone or to create or to reorganize. We have many growth challenges. Profitability and growth. Sounds familiar, I believe. It might be very tough when it comes to ambitious growth goals as well. CPMs are constantly rising, and organic can really help you to reduce your overall CAC. So Flow is a very viral product. It has more than 50% of the users that come organically. But not all of our products are like that. We're currently digging much into referrals and SEO. SEO in mobile apps? Absolutely. People are still searching on Google, and SEO can become a very scalable channel. So if you can look, MyFitnessPal, they have more than 3 million visitors, and they're ranked on 2 million keywords. And we are basically currently building that as we speak in our group. Experimentation at scale. How do we go from 50 to 1,000 experiments in a year? And how we become efficient and fast with that? And of course, a second part of the equation, LTV. So we are all the time testing and working on activation, engagement, bundling, and upselling. Web expansion. This is something I wanted to walk you through today. It's one of our biggest layers of growth and challenges. So why web? First of all, it's diversified channel strategy. You can bring very high-intent users through Google search. It's still measurable, scalable. 90% of all new traffic is coming from web. In our group, it ranges between 60 and 80%. The LTV is up to 3 times higher, and the retention might be up to 2 times higher. Sounds crazy, right? No dark patterns here. We email all the receipts. We have always cancellation in the settings. This is just how it works. This is commonly how you're going to see the graph of web funnel. One of the main metrics is welcome to paywall screen. It tells you how good you are selling your story. In our group, it ranges between 5 and 16%. App download users are not equal to web mobile users. all low-intent users are filtered out through App Store on mobile. This is not the case on web. So what you need to do is to create a seduction. You need to motivate users to forge through the valley of despair by rewarding them for minor achievement, reiterating on value prop. So it's more easier said than done. There are a couple of rules that I want today to walk through. First, you need to create a remarkable hook to tell your story. Who is the best storyteller? Noom, they were the first. They gained a team of experts, behavioral scientists, salespeople to create their famous web onboarding. What to do if you're not Noom? You need to create your own story. Luna, our sleep management app, yes, we also have Luna, they managed to double their conversions by implementing morning-evening questionnaire, some very famous quiz from the 70s in their web onboarding. It engaged the users, they convert better. Commitment to a great mission. I will take an example of simple. You don't want a person just to lose weight. You want really the person to feel and to relate to something bigger than that, to feel happier, more confident, so on and so forth. So think how you connect them to something bigger than just your job to be done. One is very tricky. How to balance the value, how to tease the value so you can give enough, but not enough so the user will still convert into your app and become premium. In our group, we use psych framework, which means each interaction with the user adds or subtracts psych. It should be a human conversation, not one-sided data exercise. You should always remind on the promised land and literally find those pieces of value that you insert in between the questions and how you position your premium. UX matters a lot. All those back buttons that doesn't work, or no CTAs on small screens, or tons of data, they're so annoying. Make sure to avoid it at all costs. Microcopy should be very strict and to the point. Try to avoid the jargon. UI, from our experience, matter less. I'm not going to educate you on paywalls. There are tons of them, pre-paywalls, long paywalls, short paywalls, with trial, without a trial. We test everything, and it will really depend on your category, your competitors, your unique value prop, what to test. But there is one rule that I always follow. Your perceived value should be higher than your perceived price plus friction to get it. So the perceived value might be achieved by giving the user this feeling of how I'm going to feel when I'm going to get premium. It's not just functionality, it's also emotional benefit. The perceived price is the relative price. We always compare things in our head. So how I make the user feel that the cost is actually lower than it is. And the last one, I encourage you to think beyond the paywalls. I believe you have a couple of jobs to be done in your apps. Then why giving one paywall for everyone? You should segment your paywalls according to jobs to be done or other things or other segmentation that you do in your app. As for pricing, we don't do random testing. We always conduct one ambassador survey, which means it helps you to define this range of pricing. Pre-warm-up tactics, landing pages, mini quizzes, so on and so forth. Not all users are qualified for a purchase. You should treat them as leads. So sometimes you need to walk them through a web onboarding, give them some educational materials, ask them to download the app, and then convert inside the app. And the last one is web. Calm recently launched their web product. If you're still not there, I recommend you to put some content on the web so you can boost your SEO. That's all I have. Good luck.